Good morning. It is Saturday. It is absolutely beautiful out. How are you guys doing? Good morning. It just hit rope drop. It is absolutely perfect. I could not ask for a better morning. I would say right now it's probably about 75 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. It is just the most gorgeous morning ever. Hello to all you guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna do some more testing this morning because we're out, want to get some more chances of our ride cam technology and some changes that we've been making out onto some different rides. We want to run the gauntlet on it a bit, so to speak. So we are going to do Everest. We're going to go on Flight of Passage. We're going to go on the safari. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. So I'm hoping to go big or go home this morning in just the next couple hours. So thank you so much. If you are joining, go ahead, start by helping us out and hitting that thumbs up button. Let me go head in. Maybe I'll go straight to the safari and just do that first thing this morning. That sounds like a great idea. Because I haven't been on the safari really early in the morning in quite some time. Usually Adam and I like to go late at night. There's almost nobody who goes on it later in the evening. So it just hit rope drop here. And the masses flooded in, and it is, I mean, I should have known. Everybody went straight, and I mean straight, to Flight of Passage and the Avatar area, which most people do. I admit, I saved us a little bit of time because I really wanted to take our camera and I wanted to take you guys onto Flight of Passage. And I mean, honestly, let's face it, I really wanted to ride it too. So I was really lucky. I was able to get a 9 o'clock or 9:15, I think it is, 9:15 Lightning Lane, which now they're like sold out through most of the day. So I was pretty lucky. Oh, here. I don't often talk about this Tree of Life garden here. It's kind of inconspicuous. You wouldn't realize it. There is a wonderful, beautiful path down to the Tree of Life down there. And lots of people walk right past it because, one, they love the Starbucks. And so do I. The Creature Comforts, which is Starbucks, is right here. So everybody's kind of looking off to the left, trying to get their coffee and drink for the morning. But there is a lot of fun things down that Tree of Life path, and really beautiful walkway. And sometimes if they are putting characters out, you hear people often talk about how there is characters down by the Tree of Life. Taking that little path right there is where you would often find them. So we'll head over here to the safari. It should not take that long because it loads a lot of people all at one time. So only a 20-minute wait for the safari, which to me, I don't think it's going to even take that long. Most people, when they come in first thing in the morning, they are going straight to the safari or straight to Avatar Flight of Passage. And you know, honestly, as long as we're here, we might as well go check out some of the animals. That's another thing too. If you are in the evening, it's kind of a bummer for Adam and I who like to come after work or the kids after school. The animal paths, like the Gorilla Trail, closes early-ish, you know, by sometimes 5 or 6 o'clock, depending on the time of year. So this would be a great time to go through there. Also, hidden gem. Not everybody realizes this is a coffee spot as well. So you can see right there, coffee shop and bakery. And that's another, if you're looking for your quick morning cup of joe, that's another little hidden spot that not everybody realizes it's there because, you know, you roam right past it. Okay, 25 minutes, but like I said, I'd be surprised. It probably will go much faster than that. Can we ride Dinosaur? Hello. I would absolutely love to ride Dinosaur. However, I have never, ever seen it streamed well because that building is utterly, it must be encased in some sort of metal concrete combination, and I've never seen anybody been able to stream it. So I'm up for the challenge, but I mean, we've got some good technology that Adam's put together, but I don't think it's that good. So Adam can chime in there if he's listening. I know he might be getting Harper her breakfast right now. She was just getting up when I was leaving. She was stirring. You know, early in the morning it's so quiet and peaceful, and you can just hear, some of it is noise that they pipe in, like music and such, or animal bird noises, but a number of it is the local, you know, bird life or things that you hear when you go through the parks. So while we're in line here, hello over on Facebook and YouTube, Annie, Shelby, Stitch Lover, Karina, Denise, hello, Karen, Janet.
Oh, the second one of Avatar's only 20.
I'll go check on our Facebook family as well.
95 is in.
Over on Facebook, I just want to say good morning to Lorraine and Jolene and Kara, Colleen, Diane, good morning, Virginia. Jolene said she's packing. That's awesome. Are you coming here this week too? There's so many Park Pass TV pass holders and people who watch the channel who have told us that they're going to be here in the coming week or two. So that's exciting. And Donna said they're going to be here next weekend too. 1 week for Donna. I have to admit, I've always thought, you know, February is a good weather time, but this last week of September, first week of October, you really start to see the weather turn a little bit more positively. So I'm looking at it right now. Right now is 68. 68 and sunny, and today is supposed to be a high of only 84. That is quite low for us. There's a pretty big bird right there.
You must be alert and keep your eyes open. It could be anywhere. When the weather is hot,
there you go. You can see them just a little bit.
Where you may find them resting. When the weather is colder, you may find them on the open grassy plains soaking up the warm rays of the sun.
But yeah, a high of only 84 today, so it's supposed to be just beautiful. Just beautiful. Leah, Nicole, good morning, and Linda over on Facebook.
So you must pay attention and look carefully. The lion is colored like the yellow grass where they hide to hunt. Now crocodiles look like submerged logs at the water's edge.
So my plan for today is to see how we do on the safari here. We'll go take it out, I think in the early morning. It should be really nice, and I often hear that the morning safaris you can see the animals active just like you see them late at night as well. So I'm hoping, like fingers crossed, that we have some great animal sightings while we're out here this morning. Reading time with Silas, hello. The Brett YT, hello.
And it's quite rough and bumpy with heavy brush on both sides. This can also make photography difficult, so you may want to take your pictures when your truck is moving slowly.
This morning, yes, Adam took it off the 60 frames so that we could do some tests this morning. So right now, like over the last like month or so, we've been tweaking and trying to give ourselves as many options as possible. So right now, on Sunday nights, if you guys watch, our Sunday night streams are always on the big camera. It's a really nice Sony camera that can maintain really high frame rates. And, you know, there's certain situations, I'll give you an example, when we were... I was in the rain a week or two, and you know, it's not super ideal to take a really nice camera in the rain, so we want the opportunity to be able to take the app that Adam has built and the system that Adam has built and translate that and use it on a phone when we have the opportunity. So there are pre-built stream apps that a lot of people use, and sure, we can use those, but we have a lot more control of things when we can tweak and test. So sometimes we take the camera out like we are today. We're using the phone and we're doing some tests, giving it a rundown here, checking the quality and using, and Adam's at home watching everything on the back end.
In my South African hometown, I am Simple Ntanyana, and I'm here to welcome you to the
But I feel like, despite us working on things at home and changing things, and I think it should still look really nice, nonetheless. Oh, Stitch Lover's going to homecoming. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time. Enjoy every moment. It should be a lot of fun.
call the Savannah home.
Oh, Lindsay Sadler reminded me, I had seen that on the news, that there is tropical storms hitting the coast right now.
In their natural surroundings.
So yes, be safe to everybody who's watching, who's experiencing those high winds and rain. Because that
When
is,
the weather is hot,
I can certainly
look in
tell
the
you it's
shady
not
places
fun at
where
all.
You may find them resting. When the weather is
Good
colder,
morning, Adam.
you may
Oh,
find them
Adam Holt.
open
I got
grass
to know.
fields soaking
I
up
know
warm
he
rays.
was running the very infamous
And shaded to blend into the
Barkley
environment. This is true of both
race,
predators
and
their
I
prey.
don't think it was the full-on Barkley Marathon. I think it was the
The
Fall
lion
Classic.
is colored like the yellow grass where they
But
hide.
that is a very, I would call it a prestigious race in my eyes. You know, it's not like Boston Marathon. There's actually a Netflix really good documentary about the Barkley. And there are some invitations that have to be extended, and it is trail racing, and it's intense. So, wow, congratulations to you. I'd be interested to know how you did. And just, you know, did you finish? The fact if you finish, that's all. I mean, that's in and of itself an accomplishment. But congratulations to you.
Our trucks do not stop very
Ah,
often,
I hit the button.
and the road can be quite rough and
But
bumpy,
good morning,
with
you
brush on
guys.
both sides.
We are in line
This can
for
also make photography
the
difficult,
safari.
so you may want to take your pictures
Here at
when
Animal
the truck is
Kingdom,
moving slowly
I would
or
say
stopped.
you have two choices. Rope drop is
Don't
really
forget
important
to
at this
try to
park.
enjoy your safari
It can get,
with your own eyes.
it's really a morning park. It really, really is. Most people make sure when they're going to Animal Kingdom, they come very early in the morning, and it's not their sleep-in day, that's for sure.
Near the Hippo Reserve,
And they
you
come
may notice some of our
and
more
get on the
adventurous
rides
guests
really
exploring
early.
the park on foot. This is just
So the
one
lines can
part
get
of
really
the
long
London
pretty
Wild
early
Mountain Trek.
here versus like Magic Kingdom. It does take you a good amount of time to maybe take your bus, go through security, or maybe you're coming through the parking lot in the ticket and transportation center, and it's a little bit more involved by the time you get into the park. So rope drop is not it's good to go to, and you can get to some rides really quickly, but here most people come because they do Animal Kingdom almost in a half day sometimes, and then they head over to some of the other parks. Animal Kingdom closes by far the earliest of all the parks.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro
Let's see.
Safari.
Oh yeah, Avatar Flight of Passage is already up to 105 minutes. It's over an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes.
Fill in all the available space. It
That
is
no
not
thank
necessary
you.
to form a single
No
file
thank you.
line.
That is a really
If you
long
are
wait.
traveling with a stroller, please have
That's
children
pretty
and
crazy.
valuables unloaded before
Not
you
too
reach
bad.
our
Everest
stroller
is at
parking
5.
area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead
It's
your
tough to be a
party
bug.
through
It's
the
10
line.
minutes.
This will help keep your wait time to a minimum.
Kali River
Once
Rapids is
again,
not open yet.
Please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in
And the
all
safari
available
still
space.
says
Thank you for touring with
25
Kilimanjaro.
minutes, so when
it
we
comes
came
to
in, it's right about that
safaris,
20,
we
25
know
minute
why.
mark, so
Trees in the
Should
water,
move pretty quickly.
feed on the banks of the Safi River.
And Navi River Journey, as expected, is also 30 minutes, because lots of people, they just head right into that Pandora area.
Away at 6 miles. Lions may sleep for up to 18 hours a day, but they stalk prey, guard their territories, and vocalize all through the night.
Good morning, Deborah.
even
Gary
here
G.
at Hanway.
That's solid, Adam Holt. Wow. Well done. Well done. That is amazing.
If your camera has a large time
So if you are coming to Animal Kingdom and you are wanting to
with your own eyes and ears.
wanting to
You do use a camera or
get on the rides quickly, I will tell you, everybody runs straight to Flight of Passage.
as well as everyone.
Like it's only 8:24 and it's at almost a 2-hour wait. So you have a couple choices. You can make sure you're extra early and you are in the front of the rope drop, or you can, if you're a deluxe resort, you get in at 7:30. And getting in at 7:30 does tremendously help you. You can also buy the lightning lane. That does help. But you can go there right away, because the longer you wait, the longer that ride is going to get. Or you can ride Flight of Passage right at the end of the night. If you are wanting to be here the whole day, we've done it many, many times where you wait to ride Flight of Passage right at the end, and it will be, I would say, half of the wait posted or less if you ride it right when the park closes. And that will guarantee you that you won't be waiting half as long. So that's an option. Are we going to Festival of the Lion King? You know what? I didn't have that on my list. Maybe. We'll see what we can get through. I know I'm going to do the safari. I am doing Flight of Passage at probably as soon as this ride is over. I'm going to go on Everest. Let's see here. I did want to go on some of the animal trails because I haven't been on the animal trails in quite a lot of time. So I'd love to do that. I guess I can take my sunglasses off.
But for now, keep your eyes and ears open. No two safaris are the same.
Definitely not so sunny in here. They keep it really nice. I was talking about the weather a little bit. This little area is all covered. Most of the wait area here at the safari is covered so that you don't have to be in the blazing heat. So if you do end up going midday, the animals are not quite as active, but nicely you can wait in this shaded spot with the fans. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, Jane, yes. I was just thinking about that, about how the storm is coming in up on the East Coast there, really hammering a lot of people. And probably will not be a very nice weather day for a lot of people up on the East Coast. Oh, believe me, I know how that can go. So I'm very, very happy with, so it's about 70 degrees right now, high of 84. Very, very pleasant. So this line, right now I can see up ahead, they are letting in a lot of the lightning lane. I took Aaron to Universal for Halloween Horror Nights, so I've been kind of thinking a little bit about Universal, and we are doing a Universal live stream for Halloween Horror Nights next week. So we thought it would be really fun, kind of different, to do a back-to-back kind of spooky and not so spooky streams. So on Thursday night, we are going to be doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween over at the Magic Kingdom on Thursday. And then the following night, prepare to get your scary, mood on. So Friday night, Adam and Dan are going to go out to Halloween Horror Nights, and they're going to check out the scare zones. They're going to check out the food options, all the shows. They will not do the main show, Nightmare Fuel. 1, I don't think recording is allowed, and 2, it is highly inappropriate. So we will absolutely not be doing that particular show. But by show, I mean at Halloween Horror Nights, they have the icon Dr. Oddfellow, who kind of has a small little stage and says a few things. And so he talks to the crowd and such. So, he'll see that. Also, if you're familiar with the film Megan, I would call it a horror film. The Megans come out. She's supposed to be a doll, and they do a flash mob dance, and really, really cool, really good stuff. So there's a lot to see at Halloween Horror Nights that is tame enough. We'll probably put, because we are a pretty middle of the road family channel, we'll put some sort of disclaimer on there. There are going to be scare actors, there are going to be people wearing makeup and attire that may be scary to some who watch. So I want to make sure that everybody's super clear. It is Halloween Horror Nights. The name does talk about it. But just be aware that we're not at the not so spooky. This will be the Halloween Horror Nights edition. Shout out to you, Eddie, and your kitten Simba. Good morning. Another thing that we have to get out to is we really have to get out to Epcot. And we really took yesterday to take some time off to relax. Adam and I had just a really laid back dinner experience and just sitting at home last night. And I had known that Epcot was doing their release and their new 100th anniversary celebration. So they have done a couple big things at Epcot. One that I'm really excited about is they have updated the Beacon Show.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait
we're heading in now. Now we'll go
we
fast.
ask that you please keep your group together.
So Epcot has updated the Beacon Show, and I knew it would be stunning.
It is not necessary to
They
form a
also
single mile
have
line.
changed over
If you are traveling with a
Soarin'.
stroller, please have
It is now
Bag of
soaring
park
over
luggage
California,
before we reach our stroller parking area.
and
If you are traveling with
they
someone
have
in a scooter or wheelchair,
Mickey and Minnie will have their 100th outfits. That is exciting. So there's some Passholder opportunities to be able to see Moana, Journey of Water. There's a lot of big things that Epcot is starting their 100th celebration.
to safaris, we go wide.
What in your part is traveling?
So we will probably, maybe we need to make an executive decision, and maybe we'll spend some time at Epcot tomorrow and then head over to Hollywood Studios for Phantasmic, because they have some really good things over there. Really exciting stuff. Good morning. Kathy said there are flamingos that made their way to Lake Michigan. That's pretty exciting. They've been coming really far north. We've seen a number here in Florida, which is highly unusual, and that was pretty exciting a couple weeks ago. So there's definitely a change in those flamingos' flight migration pattern recently. I wonder what they're after. WWE fan, hello. Chris Satai, good morning. So we are headed into the safari here. We're right at the loading area. And I imagine that we'll probably get on probably the next truck. I'm thinking we will see some really great animal opportunities coming up, because the weather is so nice. With it being cooler like this, I bet you anything they're going to be out and about for sure. Donna Gibson, here's your shout out. Carrie over on Facebook said it's 57 in Pittsburgh. That's kind of chilly.
You got a video.
Kara's asking if just myself. Okay, thank you.
To ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expectant mothers should not ride.
Josh, we did not get him. He is hoping to maybe do the half marathon. So I have not gotten it yet, but I admit I haven't tried super hard this week. And worst case scenario, Adam does have some friends that run Disney because Channel 9 does all the filming for it. It's possible we might be able to ask if we can get some help with a registration. But hopefully he can get into the half marathon. And hopefully you'll get out of the boot, Kara. I hope you feel better. That is really painful.
You may experience bumps and certain jolts on your safari adventure. To ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated.
SBDZ, well thank you. I had no idea.
Should not ride. Once on board your
I didn't
safari,
realize, I knew that they had names, but I was not familiar with what they were.
and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan centrados.
Ohana Magic saw my segment on News 6. Oh my gosh, about the bears. Let me talk about that craziness. So, I did have a really good time chatting with local News 6 here in Orlando. And they were really nice people. But I'll tell you, it's honestly, 9 times out of 10, it's always my luck. And it's exactly what I tell Adam. Adam's not a producer. He is a broadcast engineer. And so he's not a reporter or anything. But, you know, he's always done anything from photography to engineering, more technical type stuff. And so I tell Adam, like, I don't know about this because literally the news always twists what I have to say. And I told him I don't know how I feel about that. So, sure enough, I will tell you, I gave a really good interview. I will tell you. It was really good. I told them all sorts of things, and they were really nice. Like, they recorded a lot. We were chatting for quite a while. And, of course, shocker, right? This is what they used. In the clip on the news, it said, and today we talked to Kristen from Park Pass TV, and she told us about how the bears are scaring local neighbors. Dun, 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 dun. And then it cuts to me saying, yes, the bears were over here and over here. And that was it. And I was like, what? I had a whole, it was a really good conversation about how Disney does a great job with managing the wildlife, and even our local neighborhood, we see the bears. We've seen them a couple times around in the neighborhood, and how there is anything from coyotes to bobcats, eagles even, you know, predators that you would be concerned about in the immediate area, but it's still really safe, and the neighbors understand, you know, to just make sure we're on the watch because they're having less and less places to live as houses expand and local building continues and construction. So really great conversation about the types of animals that we've seen that are still around and people don't realize it. And for real, they straight up just used the statement, the bears were here and the bears were on this block behind you and this block over here. And then they said that they quoted me as saying, the bears are scaring local neighbors. And it was very news-esque, and I laughed, you know. Oh, that's so funny. You know, what can you do? Yeah, so it's our turn next to go onto the safari. So as soon as I get on the truck, I'm not going to talk. You guys need your help in that manner. Go ahead and put in lots of chats so that we can let everybody else around us enjoy. And then have a great time. And then I'll answer any questions or chat as soon as I'm off. As soon as we're done, we'll probably have time to head over to Avatar Flight of Passage after this.
Welcome aboard, everybody. Slide all the way in, find your company's box, that takes yours for our entire safari. On your right hand side, put your hands, arms, feet, legs, those doors are sliding closed. Thank you so much. Here in Harambe, we say Twin Day. Twin Day means let's go. Jumbo, everybody, welcome aboard. My name is Mickey. That is Mickey like the mouse. I'm going to be your guide through the Harambe Wildlife Preserve today. A couple things before we head out there. Please remain seated at all times, keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck for me. If you've got a little one on your lap or in the seat next to you, just make sure they're staying in that exact same spot. Don't raise them up into the air or pass them back and forth or switch seats out there. This is a real truck. I am really driving it, and you really don't have any seatbelts. So just remember to stay seated, even if you can't see an animal. You are going to want to hang on tight to things like cell phones, cameras, hats, and glasses. You can't stop to pick anything up if it falls out of the truck. If you do drop something, go ahead and let us know. We're going to send somebody out there to go grab it for you. There's just no guarantee you're going to get anything back in the same condition you lost it in. If you look above your head, you're going to see an animal spotting guide. That's going to help you identify some of the animals we might get a chance to see out there today. I can't guarantee we're going to see all of them, but we do usually get a pretty good chance at seeing most of them. Now, if you want to take some pictures, please feel free. A lot of these animals you might not have ever seen before. Just make sure you're not using a flash. You're probably going to want to use a sports or a live action mode. We can't stop for all the animals, and they most certainly will not be stopping to pose for us. So just remember to be ready at all times if you want to take those pictures. Looks like we did just get the all clear from the warden, so we're going to head on into the reserve now. Our first stop out here is going to be the Little Aturi Forest. A lot of the animals that live out here, they rely heavily on their camouflage, so we're going to keep an eye out in between bushes and plants up ahead, see what we can find. If you look over there on your right hand side, you're going to see an okapi. The okapi might look like it's related to a zebra. It's got those really cool party pants on, but it's actually the closest relative to the giraffe. Now, its stripes on its legs are just there as its natural form of camouflage. It's going to help to break up all of its colors. It almost looks like the sun coming through some branches when it reflects off of the light there. That way all of these predators in the forest, they cannot see that okapi out here. Now, there are plenty of other animals out here that use camouflage like that okapi. Usually it is going to come in the form of some stripes up ahead here. We're actually going to see a black rhino on our left hand side. He's going to be up along this rock wall here. Now, black rhinos are going to weigh up to about 3,000 pounds. Their ears are cone-shaped, so they've got excellent hearing. And they do have a pretty cool pointed upper lip, and that's actually going to help them to be excellent foragers here in the forest. So they're going to take that pointed upper lip, and they're going to rip different leaves off of plants and grass off the ground. They are excellent foragers, and so the forest is the perfect place for them to live, especially since they're such solitary animals. They don't really like hanging out with anybody else, unlike other types of rhinos that will spend most of their time in groups. Now, the plant life does work for the protection of these animals. It also works as their food source. So that's why it's really important that we reduce, reuse, recycle as many paper products as possible. It's going to help local forests where we live and forests all around the world, like right here in the Little Aturi Forest. We are going to make our way out of the forest here. We're going to head on over to our second stop on our safari. We'll be entering into the Safi River. The Safi River is home to a lot of aquatic animals. They like to hang out just below the surface of the water and along the banks of the river as well. So we're going to keep an eye out up ahead here for animals that might be swimming around. Looks like up ahead on our right-hand side, we are going to find some pink-back pelicans. They're actually the smaller of the pelican species, but their wingspan is still anywhere between 7 to 9 feet wide, which is actually roughly the width of the canopy above your head. So they are still very large birds for being some of the smaller of their species. They get their names from their pink backs they'll get during their mating season. On your left here, we're going to see a bloat of Nile hippopotamus. Nile hippos can hold their breath for up to about 8 minutes at a time. They're going to stay fully submerged below the surface of the water for the majority of the day. It's going to help to keep them nice and cool. Even though they spend a lot of their time in the water, they actually don't swim very well. What they do is they sink all the way down to the very bottom of the water. They're going to walk and run around down there. They'll even sleep fully submerged in the water, automatically coming up for air in their sleep. Nile hippos are herbivores. They're going to eat anywhere between 85 to 95 pounds of vegetation every single day. And they are some very territorial animals, so if something else is in their space and they don't want it there, they are going to chase it away. They can run up to about 30 miles per hour. Over here on our left-hand side, we're going to see some Nile crocodiles. These guys are very strong and powerful animals. They can also be very gentle and maternal, especially when it's about time for their eggs to hatch. They're going to pick them up in their jaws, roll them around in their mouth. It helps to promote really healthy hatching for their babies. Nile crocodiles are cold-blooded animals. They have to bask in the sun all day long. It's going to help to regulate their body temperature. That way they can stay nice and healthy. As we get further away from the riverside here, we are going to start to notice that a lot of this plant life is going to start to thin out. There won't be as many plants or bushes along the ground, and the canopies of the trees will go up high into the skies because we are getting a lot closer to the African savanna. This might actually be the moment that most of you have been waiting for. The savanna is home to some of the most famous animals in all of Africa. Animals like giraffes and zebras, elephants and lions. So we're going to keep an eye out for some of our favorites up ahead here. Now, the savanna does host millions of migratory animals every single year. They all play a really important role in the ecosystem. The savanna's ecosystem is a pretty fragile one, so if one small thing is moved out of place or destroyed, it's going to cause the entire system to collapse. That's why it's very important that we learn as much as we can about the animals who live out here, and we learn to take care of their environment as well. Already, as we head on down the hill here, we're going to tell it is a very different space than the forest and the riverside. Not a whole lot of plant life out here, so things like camouflage really don't work too well. Instead, a lot of these animals are going to hang out in really big groups, especially in such a wide open space like this. There's a whole lot of power in numbers out here. Now, if we look around at the grass out here, you're going to tell in some places it is very short, and then in other places it is very long. Nobody comes out here to mow the lawn. It's just due to all the animals that are grazing animals. What they'll do is they will munch on that grass until it is way too short, and then they're going to migrate to other parts of the savanna where the grass is a lot longer. Usually most migrations are just fueled by the need to find some better food. Coming up on our left here, we are going to keep an eye out for some African painted dogs. It looks like they are hanging out inside that den there on your left-hand side. Now, sometimes people are going to confuse them for other types of animals. Sometimes people think that they're hyenas. But hyenas are in a completely own family. They're called the hyena family. These guys are in the canine family, like your dog at home. African painted dogs are the most successful hunters in all of Africa. They're going to chase down their prey together as a pack until their prey gives out of exhaustion, giving them a 90% success rate when they go hunting. You can tell why they're named painted dogs. If you look at those coats, they look like they've been painted on. Each is as unique as a human's fingerprint, so you can tell each other apart based on those patterns. Now, these animals with the very large horns, these are Ankole cattle, sometimes referred to as Watusi cattle. They're in the same bovine family as a cow, just not used for beef or dairy. They're used as a sign of wealth. On your left-hand side, all the way along that tree line, you're going to see Hartman's mountain zebras. They're some of the smaller of the zebra species. When they're hanging out in a group, they're called a dazzle. That's because no matter what color those stripes are, they'll still dazzle their predators with them. Now, there on your left-hand side, you're also going to see two Patterson's elands, actually some of the larger antelope of the savanna. They've got some pretty cool spirally horns on top of their head. They're going to tangle those in between bushes and plants to create a sort of flower crown on top of their head. It's going to help them attract a mate. We are getting pretty close to some Maasai giraffe on our left-hand side. These guys are going to be about 20 feet tall. Their necks have 7 vertebrae in them. That's the exact same number of bones that you and I have in our necks. Theirs is obviously just much larger and arranged quite differently. Now, a Maasai giraffe is only going to sleep for about 30 minutes a day. The rest of their day, they're going to spend it eating, kind of like what these guys are doing right here. And they've got their really long necks and long prehensile tongues that will help them reach pretty high into the trees or low into the bushes to eat their food. If they can't reach all the way up there, they'll be reaching with their very long prehensile tongue. Now, since they do eat all day long, if their tongues were pink, they would get a sunburn. It's actually born with naturally dark purple tongues. And prehensile is a fancy scientific word for finger-like, so that tongue is just going to wrap completely around the branch and strip it of its leaves. Now, when these guys are hanging out together in a group, they're called a tower. It is pretty appropriate. They do tower over the rest of the savanna. But if this group here decided to migrate across the savanna or move together, the name would change and they'd be called a journey while they migrate. Together as one big group every year. They're going to travel anywhere between 500 to 1,000 miles together. The dust that they kick up from that journey can actually be seen from outer space. Another name for a wildebeest is a bearded gnu. That's G-N-U. And that's the name that they get because of the sound that they make. It kind of sounds like a mix of a bleating of a sheep and a moo of a cow, but it sounds like they're saying new, so that's where they get their name. Now up on top of the hill here, we're going to see these crazy looking trees called baobab trees. They're actually nicknamed the tree of life. They might not look like a whole lot right now, but they are conserving thousands of gallons of water inside those trunks. They do that for about 9 months out of the year. And then the other 3 months during the rainy season, they get really pretty leaves and even a citrusy type fruit. Just up ahead here, looks like we've come up into elephant country. Now these guys are super cute. That is Dad and Baby hanging out over there, and they're just gonna spar. Now, it does look pretty intimidating because of their size, but I kind of like to compare it to a thumb war for elephants. They'll kind of wrap their trunks around each other and then bump each other with their tusks and see who pulls away first. Now they do have about 40,000 muscles inside their trunks alone. So when Dad spars with his baby there, that's going to help to develop all 40,000 of those muscles in his trunk too. Really, really helping him learn and grow together. There we go, another one back there in the corner. It is getting quite a bit more difficult to find African elephants in the wild. Their habitat's actually being threatened by the mining of a mineral called coltan. It's actually found in all of our smart devices. So the best thing that we can do for elephants is just recycle our old devices when we're done with them. Super easy. On our left here, we're going to see a flamboyance of flamingos. It's what a group of them all together is called. These are greater flamingos. They're the largest and the lightest color pink of the flamingo species. They do get their coloration from their diets. They like to eat like those flamingos back there. Now, if you want to see a little bit of a brighter color pink flamingo, there are some here in the park. They're called lesser flamingos, and you can probably guess they're a little bit smaller than the greater flamingos, but definitely a more vibrant pink color. As we roll on through here, it does look like actually on our left-hand side here, this mud wallow looks like it was pretty recently stomped around in, so we're going to keep an eye out for some white rhinos in the area. They love rolling around in that mud. They're going to use it as a natural form of sunscreen and like a bug repellent, so they don't get any bad bug bites. It's like all the way down that road there, we can see one. We're actually going to get around this plant life here. More than likely get a really good view of her on the opposite side here. Now they are a very social rhino. They're going to be hanging out in groups. They're called a crash of rhinos. Here through this part of the savanna, you're going to want to keep an eye along the tree line on your left-hand side. You might be able to see some of the world's fastest mammals. There are some cheetahs that hang out along this tree line here. They're going to run 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, and they reach those really high speeds because they only weigh about 100 pounds each, and their claws will never fully retract. Looks like coming up here, things are moving a little bit slower because there are ostriches that are
crossing the street.
Land birds, they can't fly, but they will run really fast, up to about 40 miles per hour through the savanna. Even though they don't use their wings to fly, they still know how to put them to pretty good use. So if they're sprinting through the savanna, they can throw out one of their wings and they'll turn on a dime, almost like how a boat will use a rudder.
The ostrich is like walking down the middle of the road.
These rock formations over here, they're called puppy rock formations. The larger predators are going to use them to get an excellent view of the savanna. Now they also create some very cool, quiet, and dark dens for their residents to sleep in. So that's usually why animals like lions will choose to live up there. Looks like we're going to see a male lion there on the left-hand side. Now I know that the song says that the lion sleeps tonight, but they actually sleep upwards of 16 hours a day while the sun's up. That's because their eyesight is 20 times better in the dark. So they're going to sleep all day, gaining up as much energy as possible. That way when they go out to do their hunting and protecting at night, they're going to do that to the best of their abilities. And we did catch up to the rest of that rhino crash. So they're going to get on these copy right here and get a really good view. Like a if you were close to the road on the other side here. Up ahead there on the left too, you can see a female lion hanging out back there. Now these two have kind of settled down there all day long now, but in the morning and later on in the evening time is when lions can tend to get pretty vocal. When a lion roars, you can hear them from about 5 miles away. Now coming up here on our left-hand side, we are going to find some female warthogs hanging out over here. It looks like she's very interested in this ostrich, actually. Now the most famous warthog that we all know is Walt, right from the Lion King. Now Pumbaa in Swahili means foolish, and that guy's pretty funny, but these are some very smart animals. They are going to back themselves into their burrows at night, exposing their ivory tusks. So even while they sleep at night, predators know to stay away from them. So they know how to work smarter, not harder. Now on your right-hand side here, these are white rhinos. Actually are more not a they're named the mistranslation of the African word from wide, which is in reference to their white. We're going to weigh about 5,000 pounds, so 2,000 more than that black rhino. These are all southern white rhinos. There's actually only about 16,000 of them left in the entire world. If we think about a population number, it's really not all that many of them, but they are doing better than the northern white rhinos. There's about 2 of those left, and they are both unfortunately female. Now all rhinos are being coached for their horns. Their horns are made of keratin, which is the exact same substance as our fingernails and hair. A lot of people think that it might have medicinal value, but that's just not true. It'd be like chewing on our fingernails and hair to cure a cold. So the best thing that we can do for rhinos is just spread information. The more people that know about them and the daily dangers that they face, the more people are going to care about their conservation, which is really important right now. Actually, just yesterday was World Rhino Day, so you're probably going to be able to go out there on any form of social media and just Google rhinos, and something pretty educational might pop up for you, so really check that out. So we are gonna swing on by the warden's post on our way out of the reserve today. It does look like around back and a little bit up front here we're gonna be able to see some Nigerian dwarf goats. They are super cute and playful. They do produce a very nutritious milk. It's actually more nutritious than cow's milk, so the warden will offer them food and shelter. In return, we can either keep their milk or sell it in a market. Either way, it's a great example of how humans and animals are able to coexist. As we exit on out of the reserve today, I do want to leave you guys with a bit of a challenge. Walt Disney himself said that conservation isn't just the business of a few people, it's a matter that concerns us all. Probably a lesser known fact about Walt Disney, he was a really big conservationist. He loved to share the magic of nature, especially through film. But we can do little things every day to help the planet. Things like reducing, reusing, and recycling. We can reduce the amount of water we use by shutting off the faucet when we brush our teeth. We can buy reusable products like water bottles and lunch bags. And we can recycle just about everything. We even talked about our old devices earlier. Now more than ever, it is really important that we take care of the planet. We don't just inherit the earth from our parents. We're borrowing it from the next generation, and we want to leave it better than we might have found it for them. Here on the Harambe Wildlife Preserve, we like to say that what we see with our eyes, we value with our hearts. And we did get to see some of the most amazing animals out there today. I do hope that you guys have come to value them just as much as we do here in Harambe. In a moment, we'll be pulling up into the village, so go ahead and take a look around. Gather up all those personal belongings. We don't want to accidentally forget something out here. If you didn't get the chance to see your favorite animal, I always suggest coming back for another safari. No two are ever the same. You might see something completely different out here that we didn't see this time around. Now here in Harambe, we really don't like to say goodbye. It is way too sad and way too final, so instead we say kwaherini. It's a Swahili phrase, and in our village it means to go well. So my friends, kwaherini, go well, go wild, but most importantly, go out there and make a difference for wildlife. I know that you can. Once again, friends, my name is Mickey. Thank you so much for coming around. Any of you are wilderness explorers, you've been riding aboard the Simba 1. That's Simba like the lion, and the number 1. You're going to need that code word to get your safari badge. Alright, watch your hands. I'm feeling like those doors are sliding open for watch your hands. That's like, well, hurry, guys.
Always enjoy. It's really true. She says no two safaris are the same. That is true. The animals are always changing, roaming around, out and about. You never know what they're going to do. I should probably take a look over this overlook here and see if there's anything out. Having a good time. I can see that they're feeding some animals back there. Nothing much here. That's okay. That's okay. I am hoping to do some of the animal trails a little bit later if we have some time. We are going to head over to the Pandora area. Should be able to get onto Flight of Passage. So I hope that you guys are having a great Saturday morning. It is beautiful. We are here at Animal Kingdom. I haven't been here in quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to checking out all the rides and some of the animals this morning, see what's going on. I'll bring up the chat over on YouTube. Hello David and Big Dog, hello.
Sis, you want to hop in or no?
That was like.
Shirley, good morning. The train for Rafiki's Planet Rock isn't quite open yet. Good morning, Doris. You're never late. We're just getting started. We just got off the safari. I'll take a little stroll around here. I'm thinking, let's see here. I might head over towards Everest and go try to ride Everest before we go on Flight of Passage. So, do that really quickly. There's so many people, I think it's funny, who they come into Animal Kingdom and they grab their breakfast. Lots of people I see. I already saw some people with some Dole Whip, the cinnamon rolls that are over at Creature Comforts, which is the Starbucks. Those are really delicious too, but look at this girl's got a big cinnamon roll. They are good, I will give you that. Here, see? The Colossal Mickey Cinnamon Roll. Oh, and that chocolate twist on the bottom. Oh, those chocolate twists are exactly like, well, they pretty much are the same thing as the Cheshire Cat Tail that's over at Magic Kingdom. So, we'll head on some rides. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We definitely are. We are planning to, we gotta, unfortunately, do some work around the house. So we've got a fun-filled day of cleaning and fixing some items. So after I'm done here, maybe that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of stalling to avoid some of those things. So the more fun I have here, at least it will make the tasks later not so bad, hopefully. Yeah, I think while everybody is headed to the big rides, we'll go do Everest. And you'd think Everest would have a big line, but not so much first thing in the morning. It's not too bad. And first thing in the morning, Everest is not what everybody typically runs to. A lot of them are in the Avatar area. Oh, this too. I've been telling Adam, I've been wanting to try the chicken dumplings here. I've heard they're pretty good. I have not tried them yet, but I'd like to. And this too, there's a lot that, as much as we're here, that sometimes I don't even get to. This Feathered Friends in Flight, the last time I saw that was probably years ago. I'd love to go in there and see that. Maybe not today, but I think Harper would really like it as well. It's a good show, I would say. Good morning, Green Giant. Amy says stay on all day, so then everybody else avoids their work too. I know, maybe that's why I don't take so many batteries with me. So, you know, it's kind of like, well, the phone has died. Sorry. It's kind of, it is what it is. No, just kidding. I do have plenty of battery backup. I know, I'm absolutely avoiding the inevitable. Wow, this is quite the line here. They must have breakfast items in the morning. Let's take a look. It's mainly salads and, yeah, I wonder if they've got oh, they do have some breakfast entrees. I see it in the back over there. Huh. I was gonna say, that is quite the line for, normally they have, that's essentially like the quick service for Yak and Yeti. Yeah, lots of people with their donuts and coffee drinks. I think probably when I leave, I'll probably get one to go. I can hear the screams. Michael, hello, good morning.
Yeah, please. If you want to be alone for 2 hours, then stay. Okay. It's definitely going to be.
Oh, this is perfect. This is going to be great because there's not going to be, it's going to be a quick ride on Everest, and then we will get onto Flight of Passage pretty quickly as well. We did wait a little bit for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes for the safari, but I still think that's not bad. So I can understand why some people would say, hey, we're gonna do maybe a morning, get here at that 7:30, 8 o'clock time, do a bunch of things, then go back to your hotel room in the afternoon, and then do another park for all the evening activities. Are we going to the Christmas party? Yes, we are going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party a couple different times. So our first party is on November the 10th, and then we have a party during the night before Thanksgiving. So it's the Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving. And then we have a Christmas party in December. And I think we have one more. So we've got a couple different Christmas parties that we're going to be at. So let's head on into Everest. Before I go in, I have to put the camera on a different handheld gimbal because, you know, this is a roller coaster. So we're gonna go into single rider. I'm assuming there'll be like 3 people on single rider. Okay. So I'm gonna put you guys down right here. So I can put all my stuff away. You definitely don't want things flying around on a roller coaster, that's for sure. There we go. I'll try not to be all wonky with this. There we go. Pretty good, pretty good. So it's gonna be a little unsteady for just a little bit while we go into the ride. Okay, so thanks guys for giving me just a second. These big rides like this, I have to transfer to more of a handheld make sure it's clipped to me because I don't want anything flying out around. So, good morning. How are you? Just me, single rider. If you need a test seat, by the way, they do have a test seat here that you can check it out if you'd like. Single riders only. Well, single rider plus all of you guys. So, you know, just a few. Oh, there's only one person ahead of us for single rider. That is funny. So that's how quick you can get on this. So if you don't mind if your party split up, I will tell you, yes. Just go ahead and do the single rider. It saves so much time. Denise, hello. What time are we streaming tomorrow night? I'm not sure yet. We're going to decide tomorrow morning.
Okay. 13 or 14. How many? There you go on 15. On 16, 17, 16, 17.
Attention expedition members needed. Once on board, secure all gear in the cargo bag. For your safety, remain seated with your hands on the ground, feet and legs inside the plane. Miembros del equipo de expedición débiles. Habéis a bordo coloquen sus efectos personales en la bolsa delante del sitio para su seguridad. Permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y por favor, cuide a los niños.
Michael, thanks so much for that super chat. You're going to the Busch Gardens Christmas party. That should be a lot of fun.
Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y por favor, cuide a los niños.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I love that ride. I could go on it back to back to back to back. Oh, look at this. These are so fun. They've got some new shirts in here. These are really super cute. Oh, Yeti or not, here I come. Oh. I can't wait to buy Harper this shirt. So when the older kids went on Everest for their first time, I got them a shirt, and they were so happy and so proud. Let me come over here, and I'm going to put the phone back on the gimbal so it's not so wobbly while I walk around. Oh, I love that ride so much. You know, whether you're first row or last row or middle like I was, it's all good. Like, the ride itself is fantastic. Yeah, you know what, when I'm walking around so much and I'm hearing these families and things that, especially the little kids who've just been on rides, and they're so happy. I hear them talking about how they were nervous and scared, but then once they got on the ride, they were happy. And happy. So fun to like listen to everybody talk as soon as they're off the ride. Okay, I'm just getting us back on. So for some of these rides here, it's going to be just a minute. Hang on, hang on.
You can play with it until I get it out.
There we go. Better. Awesome. Let me get my sunglasses back on. Get myself put back together here. Oh gosh. Hello, Tara. Oh, Megan's having a tough day at work. Oh, that's a bummer. I hope it gets better for you. If it feels good, it feels better. You know, I might be at Animal Kingdom now, but later today I have to absolutely do a lot of stuff at home that is not a lot of fun. You know, I have to be, you know, actually do stuff, get work done. So later today, I have to bite the bullet. I need to fix a piece of the refrigerator. We are doing some work on our computer. You know, I gotta do laundry. So today's the day. I gotta get all that accomplished. So not super exciting. But I'm really happy so far that we've got a lot of done here this morning. Safari was great. Everest was super quick. It's not too bad. So for the park being open an hour and a half, the wait times are not so bad and the crowds are pretty low. But so just so you know, the hot place to be, the big place to be right now is not Animal Kingdom. everybody's over at Epcot. And I know some of you guys are asking about that. Did we see all the 100th anniversary stuff? Yes, and so we were planning to go out to Hollywood Studios tomorrow because we were just at Epcot last weekend. But maybe we're gonna have to do another park hopping type stream. So maybe we'll go start at Epcot and see all of the new 100th celebration stuff tomorrow, and then do Fantasmic later in the evening. So I'm thinking maybe that might be, maybe that's what we should do for tomorrow. So I might have to make an executive decision and say, you know, we'll go see the Beacon right when it kicks off, and then head over to Hollywood Studios so that we can see Fantasmic. Because I was thinking to do Hollywood Studios, to do Slinky Dog Dash, you know, do some of the rides over at Hollywood Studios tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see what we got. I'll see what we can do. Because I really want to see the Beacon show over at Epcot. And it's not dark so early quite yet. So it's getting better though. You know, it used to be that the sun would go down towards 8:30 here in the summer, but now that we're heading into October, it's a lot earlier, which is good. So I'm thinking, yeah, good morning, Diana. Good morning. Oh, South Carolina. Hey, is it rainy there today? I know there's some storms going through there, so hopefully you're doing okay in South Carolina. I know the East Coast. I didn't get to check the weather specifically before I left this morning, but I know you guys over there have had... I'm missing the little flotilla.
Yeah.
Lots of breakfast biscuits around. I saw these. So don't worry, there's no shortage of breakfast when you're here at Animal Kingdom. Oh, good. Keep America 2A strong. Oh, here. Okay, we'll see the flotilla come by. There's Rafiki and Timon coming in the distance, so we'll watch them. That was the Jungle Book, Crystal, yeah. Good morning, Nessa. Tara, I highly recommend. Definitely, you know, sneak in the luggage. I highly recommend. So I know there's new merchandise over at Epcot for the 100th. You know, I was on the fence. I was really on the fence about where we were going to go for our live stream tomorrow. But maybe, yeah. Maybe it needs to be another park hop. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam says, that's it, we're gonna have a longer stream tomorrow, because he's so excited about all the Epcot stuff. I know he wants to get over there really badly. I would not be shocked if he convinces me to try to go out there tonight. I'm not saying that we'll live stream. I'm not making that promise. We probably won't. But he really was excited about the stuff that was happening and soaring over California. It's nice how quickly these flotilla parades, that's what I call them. everybody running across now. Here, we'll go see them. Now we'll come back over here and we'll see Dog from Up, Doug.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. He's coming right around the corner here. Aww. Russell and Doug. Aww. Oh, it's just Russell. Normally Doug's out with him, but just Russell today. Or at least right now.
Russell!
Greetings, fellow wilderness explorers. Look to the Discovery River. It's our friend from Disney Pixar's Up.
Hi, Russell! Russell!
This young adventurer is on a rare bird search. So, keep a lookout for a colorful 13-foot bird that answers to the name Kevin. Reports say she's been seen nearby.
Aww.
Have you seen her?
I know. We'll see if we see Kevin while we're out. That would make me so happy. I love Kevin. Oh, I think I'm zoomed in. Yeah. Oh, AJ, I don't know if that's good or bad. So he says that he was one of the last 6 people in the park because Flight of Passage was having technical difficulties and he sat through it 3 times. I mean, I think that's kind of good to me. It's kind of enjoyable. I wouldn't be sad. I mean, although it's like a bummer if you end up having some issues and it doesn't work correctly, but sitting through even bits and pieces of it 3 times is pretty awesome in my opinion. I'll take it. Oh, it's Kevin. Oh my gosh, you guys, Kevin. Oh, I'm so excited. It makes me so happy. Oh, okay. We'll go see Kevin and then we'll head into Avatar for Flight of Passage. Oh, the Flame Tree Barbecue right here. It's just wafting in the air. Oh, it's coming. He's coming this way. Oh, she makes me so happy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Harper loves Kevin too. You'd think she'd be nervous because Kevin's so large, but the little girl was so frightened. Oh, so Kevin just decided maybe I'll keep moving. Okay, and Kevin works very quickly. She's very mysterious, very mischievous, and keeps it moving. So even though you think that you are going to take a selfie, there are times where Kevin has her own agenda, and Kevin is a female, and you may think that you're going to take a photo, but Kevin just continues, so you kind of have to be quick about it. One of the best additions to Animal Kingdom, for sure. And there's no official times. Like, they don't say she meets in this one area or this one spot and that's how it is. They can give you a general, you know, but they'll tell you Kevin is elusive. And I agree. I absolutely agree. Aww. Oh, so enjoyable.
It's just vibrating.
So I was saying, Adam is super jealous. You know, he loves Epcot. Epcot is his favorite park by far. And you never know. If we are not there today, which we won't live stream it, we're just simply gonna maybe just enjoy it. I would not be surprised if then we switch our schedule and we do some changes to be able to experience some of the stuff at Epcot tomorrow. Hello, Carter. Okay, AJ, you had the bear at Magic Kingdom on Monday. Yeah, that was quite something. That was quite something. Now you have something to talk about for your vacation. You have a one-up on me. That's a fact. I have never been to Magic Kingdom with a bear, although I did have some fun with Photoshop, and I thought, well, Canva, and I really thought about posting them. I didn't, but you know, you have a one-up on me. I have never been to Magic Kingdom with or around a bear. So, oh, good. AJ took a lot of the advice. Good. And so I hope it was helpful. I feel like that's something that I really enjoy doing on the live streams, is taking the time to say, hey, here's some things that will help you. I need to take my own advice right now. This Nomad Lounge is someplace that I know is great. People do enjoy it, but I have not been to the Nomad's Lounge. It is mainly just small plates and some cocktails. And I know people have enjoyed it and talked about the Nomad Lounge having some really enjoyable appetizers. And, you know, kind of a good time to fit in while you're at Animal Kingdom. We need to check that out. Yes, AJ, why did you not get a button? You should have gotten a button that said celebrating, but they might not. Maybe you have to get a blank celebrating button, because I'm pretty sure they won't write on there bears at Magic Kingdom. You know, you might get a fun cast member, but you might, you know, that might be one that you write that on individually, independently. So, rope drop for a regular park guest, you know, and by that I mean anybody who's not a deluxe resort, was at 8 o'clock. So everybody rope drops and runs to Avatar Flight of Passage. It was 90 minutes, only a few moments after the park opened at 8. So now it's 9:40. A lot of people from that rope drop now are slowly but surely getting out of that line. They're moving to other places of the park. And this is when you're going to start to see the other areas of the park start to get busy. The shows will get started, so those will get busy because people have gotten through and done a lot of the Avatar rides first thing really super early. So now is when, anytime between, I'd say 10 to 2 is when it's busiest here at Animal Kingdom. And then late at night like the last 2 hours, like after 5 o'clock, it's just, it's perfect here. It's perfect. Like you can get on a lot of rides really easily. It's beautiful sunset, dusk photos here at Animal Kingdom. To me, if you're a photographer or you just kind of like to enjoy the beauty of the parks. Sorry, I'm just admiring the beauty of the parks. Animal Kingdom is just stunning. It's just really beautiful. It's good to like take that time, but a lot of people, they don't always have time. They've got to fit in a lot on their vacation in a small amount of time. So, you know, I don't know. You got to do what you got to do, right?
It's okay.
Oh, good. AJ went to the single rider line. Excellent. Okay, you know what I need to do now is let's get on to Flight of Passage, and we will check this out. So I'm going to give you my spiel. This morning we're doing some more testing. Adam is watching things kind of behind the scenes. We wanted to give this ride cam and some of the settings that we've been changing and trying to enhance a good run on some of these bigger rides that we really enjoy, and seeing if we can get some better quality out of things. So just a reminder, Flight of Passage, we typically have some lag in the building right before you go on the ride. When you start to get into the pre-show, it's not so bad, and the ride itself is fine. But we tend to have some issues in the line queue. I am doing Lightning Lane today, but just that reminder. And then I have to switch it to more of a handheld as well. So I'm going to switch this up here, and so let's see how this goes. I'm game for it.
Welcome everyone, this is Avatar Flight of Passage. Happy birthday.
Yes. Right here?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mine kind of just goes it's always yep. Ask me. That waterfall is more real than that one at that place we went to. Okay? Considering they literally buy it.
Trainees, please check in with the entry track.
You know, because they'll be luckily, I'm just kind of really glad though that it happened like that's the yeah, right. But I was like, so Jack, leave me by a week.
Sorry guys, I'm just changing the phone out here.
Attention visitors. You are about to fly on a Banshee high above Pandora. You will be restrained in a moving chair and will experience sudden drops and acrobatic aerial maneuvers. Those with a fear of heights or are prone to motion sickness should bypass this experience. Thank you.
Please check in my magic tray.
Attention visitors. You are about to fly on a Banshee high above Pandora. You will be restrained in a moving chair and will experience sudden drops and acrobatic aerial maneuvers. Those with a fear of heights or are prone to motion sickness should bypass this experience. Thank you.
Stand by.
Standing by.
Okay, sealed genetic map matching room. Okay, Dr. Stevens, they're ready.
Can everyone see me? Great. Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, flying on the back. You've all got them. But don't worry, they're very common around these parts. Let's start the decon.
Initiating GMR decon.
Stand still over your number. You're not going to feel a thing. You're doing great. Almost done here.
They're all clear.
Great. Now let's go over how all this works. Like I said before, you're going to be matched to these things called avatars, which look a lot like the Navi. They're created by blending human DNA and Navi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Navi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals. Dr. Ogden is the foremost expert on studying the Ikron and has spent years researching them. Unfortunately, banshees live high in rookeries and humans can't get anywhere near them without becoming their lunch. But the Navi and avatars can. In fact, the Navi have been riding on the backs of banshees since their earliest history. Thanks to science, avatars can ride on banshees too. That's why you're linking to an avatar. It was Dr. Ogden who restarted the Avatar program. It's because of her that you're able to go through this rite of passage today. Pandora is a breathtaking natural world. I cannot wait for you guys to see it for yourselves. So, let's get ready for our next... Huh? I'll be right back. Put the standby system on, quickly.
Standby. We're looking into delays with the genetic matching system.
Okay, to get you flying on a Banshee, we need to find each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling.
I'm on it.
Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and fly. Help us out and move around a bit. Almost. Yes, got him. Now, let's find you your avatar matches. Alright, you've all been matched with avatars. Looks like they're ready for you in the next room. When the door opens, please go inside, all the way in, and stand over the same number that you're standing over now. And I'll see you in there.
Stay to the right side for 9 through 16 and go down to your same number for me.
you've all made it. It's important that you can all see me, so move a little if you can't. Before we send you into the link chamber, let's watch this piece by Dr. Ogden, who runs the program.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an Ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Na'vi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an Ikran. See how it works.
Human driver is connected to an avatar, which would be physically hundreds of kilometers away. We follow our technician into the chamber. You'll see a series of 16 linked chairs. Please go to the number that is the number you're standing on. First back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. You would have move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be for your safety. Throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervised. Attention drivers, stow your gear on the back wall and then get onto the link chair the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your flight visors. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, remain seated, lean forward, holding onto the hand grips, and supervise your children. Para su seguridad,
Okay. Well, that couldn't have gone more terrible. Oh well, you know, you live, you learn, you improve. That's what you do. That's what happens when you're live, you know. Some rides are winners, some rides are not. And you know what the funny thing is it the signal can really depend on the day as well. I know it doesn't seem like that should be the case, but there are times where we will stream a ride and it will be really great and the signal's doing really well, and then the very next day, you know, for many different reasons, it could not go very well. And the same thing goes for other channels. That's the same thing they battle too. Is, you know, there's times where you can have just a really blazing good signal, and then maybe something isn't working quite right, or there's a lot of people using the signal more than they were on another day, and oh, it's so finicky. So some days awesome, some days not, but that's why honestly Adam and I really like to give things a little test. So whenever we have extra time versus doing it on a Sunday night where we mainly are trying to do some of the other live streams stuff. Oh, I can't go out that way. We'll head through the gift shop. But yeah, so that's why we do some of these off the cuff, random streams to try to do some of the rides with different settings and different things that we're working on. Try to continue to improve. But that's okay, because just like, well, I talk about this in our morning motivational walks, which I need to schedule another one really soon. But I'm going to switch to the gimbal here in just a second. You know, the best times when you make the most improvements for yourself, and in this case, our channel, is when we have some failures. And so I never mind it. You know, some people would say, oh my gosh, that's so terrible. But we really take the time to learn from those and make improvements. So when things don't go right, I don't really look at it as a bad thing necessarily. Okay, I'm going to put us back on the gimbal so that we can walk through some more stuff. Try not to touch too many buttons here, you know. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be just a little wobbly for just a second. There we go. All better. I'll put all my stuff away. There we go. Much, much better. Good morning, Love Pugs. Hello. Liz R. Hello. Good morning. Oh, I definitely need my sunglasses now. But to be honest, the weather's still gorgeous. Only 75 out? Ah, for sure.
No, you're fine.
Let's head over this way. Oh, you know what? So many of you guys were talking about packing and coming down. if any of you guys are coming in this next week or so, it's just, oh, you could not ask for better weather. I'm really excited because it's warm enough and enjoyable that you could do anything from sit out by the pool and not feel like you're so baking, you know. You could, and then if you're coming to the parks, it's really enjoyable to walk around. I'm looking forward to today. And even though I have to do a lot of housework when I get home, which is really disappointing, I'm hoping that Adam and I get to do something fun today. Take Harper to do something a little fun, maybe later for a little bit. Oh, it's just beautiful. This is a great day for any of the parks, really. And I know that there's a lot of people. It's a busy weekend here. Oh, Carrie, she's gonna be here in 10 days and then a cruise. Oh, yeah. See, that too. I bet that would be really great weather this time of year. Same thing, it's probably really, really nice. We did a cruise one time. Our Disney cruise was in February, and although to all the people up north that sounds like heaven, it was fair weather. Like, it's in the temperature, like maybe 60s and 70s. But the water temperature when we went to Castaway Cay was so cold. The ocean was really cold. And this was like the first week of February as well. And so I remember Adam and I, it was great. We enjoyed it. We had a good time. But I was like, oh man, this ocean water temperature was not really exciting to jump in when it was, you know, 60, 70 degrees and then the water temperature was cooler than that. You know, it was still beautiful, of course, but I enjoy this time of year because the ocean's really nice. It's really perfect. You know, July, it's overly warm. If you come to the beach in Florida or the Caribbean in the summertime, it's just really, really warm, almost uncomfortable. We took the kids over to the beach and it was really warm. And Adam did a news story about that. There was a lot of news, actually. I think it was August when they had that huge heat wave and it was like 110 out. It was so absolutely hot. I think it was becoming a concern for the fish and the sea life, because I think they said they tested water temperatures up near 90 degrees in the water and off the shore there, like, you know, near the shore, which I remember that was I think July or August. Oh, and that's just not fun to me. The beach is always fun. I could go to the beach any day of the year. Adam's not so much a beach person. He will go to the water park. He'll go to the water park for sure, but
we don't do that here at Winged Encounters. None of us go home to a macaw.
Well, I have a lot of work to do at home. We have been out for a couple hours now. We got to do a lot this morning. Had so much fun with you guys. I'm gonna walk out. We'll give a last look at the Tree of Life
because my favorite part hasn't even happened yet.
here, and we'll head on out. Oh, look at all the crowds of people coming in. Yep. See, everybody slept in, and now they're headed out. I'm not surprised at all. Oh gosh. Well, while we head out, I want to say thank you to our friends at Walt Collectibles. I saw them out and about a lot this week. and getting lots of new merchandise for the store. So Vault Collectibles has a lot going on, and they are adding really great items like pieces of the parks and pieces of merchandise, whether it's from Disney or Universal or Disney resorts as well. Definitely check them out, because I came across them a couple times this week and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. So I need to take a trip down there myself so that we can go check out all the new things that they have. So we will head down there. I know some of the pieces that interest me lately, they had a really cool artwork from the All-Star Resorts. That was enjoyable, but definitely, yes. Thank you so much to Vault Collectibles. You can check them out on eBay or they're at the Lakeland Antique Mall. Also, don't worry, we'll be live tomorrow for our normal stream. Came out this morning for a little bit of fun, do a little bit of testing, check a few things out, see how Animal Kingdom's going. But we are going to be live tomorrow. All the big streams are coming up. We've got, and we'll have the big camera out for all of that. We will be out and about tomorrow. I think maybe I'll talk to Adam. We're planned for Hollywood Studios, but then we will also be down. We may add in Epcot, so I'll talk to him later. And then we've got Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We have Halloween Horror Nights, and then we have our big mega stream day, which is next weekend, next Sunday, 10/1. So it's going to be all day, all 4 parks, transportation, snacks, rides, you name it, we're going to do it. So mega stream is next Sunday, 10/1. And along with that, I want to say thank you so much to our Patreon members. Also, after the stream, we always have the stream after the stream, some fun music and scenes that Adam puts up, sets everything that he's put together, so you can hang out and leave that on while you're doing maybe you're doing cleaning like me today. Ooh, lots of people coming in. Oh, sorry, I thought you... Thank you. That's okay. The sign said one way, and then she was kind of pointing the other way. So, you know, that 2-finger point can get kind of confusing. Here, lots of people coming this way. I'll come around here. Thank you so much to our Patreon members. I know that we had some super chats. Thank you to everybody on Facebook who watches and sends stars as well. We've had a couple PayPals throughout the week. Thank you so much. All of that goes back into the channel to do all the fun things that you see on our schedule and to keep everything going. So thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow is the big day, our normal Sunday night, so you can catch us every Sunday night, and then extra streams like this one where we have a little bit extra time in our schedule to hang out. So with that, I'm going to say a short good morning and have a wonderful Saturday. Oh, I should probably come on camera. I don't even know the last time I did that. Yeah, so hey everybody. Oh, somebody came in front of me. Let me come over here. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And we can't wait to see you guys in just a few hours tomorrow for Sunday night. Have a great afternoon. Bye.
You're watching Park Pass TV, your ticket to live, family-friendly theme park adventures. Everything from Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, and beyond in full live HD. Turn to Adam and Kristen for all the best.
what you came for. This is the moment magic was made for. Come one, come all, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now. Now, 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 now.
Calling all dreamers, a celebration in the street, and the sights you're gonna see far beyond your wildest dreams.
the anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment magic was made for. Come on, come on, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now.
Come with me. All your dreams are out there waiting to be chased. Just in case you feel brave enough to put a little faith in a magic land full of wishes. Then I know what true love kisses. If you wanna know what a wish is, just listen. Just a little faith and trust. And with a little pixie dust, your wildest dreams can be yours. Believing is enough. Mix it with the magic stuff, and love is an open door. And you can make impossible a possibility. Just find a star to wish upon. Magic things are happening. You'll see if you just believe a little deeper. If you just believe. Make it is, make it is, make it is mine. If you just believe. If you just believe. Remember the magic happens if you just believe.
Can you remember back to a simpler time? Back to the watercolor days that still run through your mind. Oh, I remember just my old friend and me running through an open field the way it used to be. The feeling that our hearts could just take wings. We could live out all our dreams. The journey there was never far away. But like a dream come true, that's still inside of you. The secret of tomorrow is to live your dreams today. Remember the night. Remember the feeling. Remember the magic in our lives. You opened up my eyes to a new world revealing. So remember the magic. Just remember the magic one more time. Oh, remember. Do you remember the way it used to feel when love was only make-believe and fairy tales were real? Oh, I remember you were with me once again, free to live our fantasies. It never has to end. The feeling that our hearts would just take wings. We could live a world of dreams. Together we would sail against the wind. And now I know where to begin, how to find it all again. From now
Share.
Howdy, folks. Please keep your head and remain seated at all times. Hang on to your personal belongings now, especially them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Body probe Zulu 174 is ready for boarding in bay number 1.
If we can dream it, we can do it.
We welcome you to the living sea. We welcome you to Seabase Alpha.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
You are not the first to pass this way, nor shall you be the last.
Heave to, mateys. You come seeking adventure and salty old pirates, eh? Salty old pirates, salty old pirates. This be the place, this be the place. Chart a course through the arches, mateys. It be a short march through the old fortress, past the dungeons to Pirates' Cove. Pirates' Cove, Pirates' Cove. There be longboats waiting to take you aboard. All hands on deck. We sail with the tide, sail with the tide.
Imagine that. Epcot Center, Epcot Center, Epcot Center.
Come on, everybody. Here we go. Off to Neverland.
Like your colors, you bloomin' cockroaches. Pure all cargo.
Tomorrowland Transit Authority Metroliner non-stop now departing Rocket Tower Plaza Station for a round-trip Super Skyway tour. Welcome aboard, TTA travelers. Whether you're a humanoid, a robot, or an alien passenger, we hope you enjoy your trip along Tomorrowland Transit Authority's Super Skyway.
Do not pull down on the safety bar, please. I will lower it for you.
Tomorrow's horizons are here, today.
For the comfort of others, no smoking, please. Thank you. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors.